Well, hello, everyone. We're live, Claire.
Yay! Welcome back to All Things Scientology. I should explain my strange pause. So when I had another window open, so it was still playing the music. I'm like,
Getting down.
Back on track. Welcome back to All Things Scientology, in which we pull back the curtain on the abusive practices of Scientology. We're your hosts, Claire Headley
And Amy Scobee. And with 92 years of experience with Scientology inside and out, we have lots to share. And right now I wanted to ask everybody where you are watching from. And so let's go to the comments and take a look at where people are watching from.
Yes. Let's see here. Oh, I see Northeast Ohio, Melbourne, Australia. Wisconsin, Boston, Massachusetts.
South Africa.
Central Florida.
Oh, yeah. Canberra. Germany, Minnesota. Gettysburg, PA, Scotland. Oh, they're coming left, right, and center. People are watching from all over the place. Huntington Beach, California, Southern Utah, Denmark, Safety Harbor, Sacramento, Texas, Denmark. I visited Denmark once.
Nice. I haven't.
Not just visited, I actually lived there for a couple of months. It was my first assignment in the Sea Organization was to go live in Copenhagen in the dead of the winter, completely unprepared.
Oh my goodness.
We got Arkansas, Lancaster, Boulder, Colorado, Maryland, and Pennsylvania, all over.
Got somebody in orbit 225 miles above Earth.
Okay, good. Well, there's a good place to end. Oh, Seattle, my hometown, Seattle, Georgia. Well, thank you for all the places that you're watching from. New South Wales, Australia. Nice. And welcome to our show tonight. So we are going to give you a little bit of a week in review.
Or a big week in review, perhaps.
Yeah, big week in review. Here we go. Week in review. We have breaking news. Leah Remini is suing Scientology and David Miscavige. So this news just came out this afternoon, and I'll read you. Leah posted on this on her Substack as well as on Twitter, and I'll read you what she said. She said, "I am suing Scientology and David Miscavige." And this is written today, this afternoon. "After 17 years of harassment, intimidation, surveillance, and defamation, I am filing a lawsuit against Scientology and David Miscavige. While advocating for victims of Scientology has significantly impacted my life and career, Scientology's final objective of silencing me has not been achieved. While this lawsuit is about what Scientology has done to me, I am one of thousands of targets of Scientology over the past 7 decades. People who share what they've experienced in Scientology and those who tell their stories and advocate for them should be free to do so without fearing retaliation from a cult with a tax exemption and billions in assets. The press has a right to report about Scientology without facing a sophisticated intelligence operation from Scientology to destroy their personal lives and their careers. Law enforcement authorities have a right to investigate crimes in Scientology without fear that they will lose their jobs. Children, mothers, fathers, aunts, and uncles have a right to request welfare checks on their family members without fear of an operation activated against them by Scientology for doing so. Those in the entertainment business should have a right to tell jokes and stories without facing an operation from Scientology, which uses its resources in Hollywood to destroy their lives and careers. With this lawsuit, I hope to protect the rights afforded to them and me by the Constitution of the United States to speak the truth and report the facts about Scientology without fear of vicious and vindictive retribution, of which most have no way to fight back. And her full complaint is linked in the press release that came out on that, and it's also under her name under Twitter and also at the Substack. Well, go Leah! I'm really really
amazing.
about that. Yeah. I mean, justice needs to be served on this. How long can they? Do they think they can get away with just the most atrocious attacks against people who just say what happened to them? That's all I did. Is I just said what I saw and what happened to me, and so therefore I have a big bullseye on my back and front and forehead, and so do you, and any other people who decided to speak their truth.
Right. I know it's outrageous, and what an incredibly powerful statement, and an incredible, in your face, down bullies, be done. Enough.
That's right.
I know, it's enough.
It is enough. And I think she's going to have so much support going into this, because it's time for the thousands of people to have a voice. And Leah standing up is just, I can't thank her enough for that. It's just amazing. It's not going to be easy. As we all know, it is not going to be easy. No. But at the same time, may justice be served.
Absolutely. Completely. And why is this acceptable from a nonprofit billion-dollar organization in today's world? How is this acceptable that all those tax-exempt dollars go to bullying, silencing, destroying, fair gaming, muzzling, breaking up families, on and on and on?
Not to mention all of the crimes that they commit on the finance lines. I always say follow the money, because there's a lot that's going to be found there. And anyway, crickets, FBI, crickets, IRS, come on now. It's horrendous.
Yep.
Anyway, it will not continue to go on forever.
Nope, absolutely not.
So you ready for the next major thing?
Yes, I'm ready.
The huge highlight of the week for the Aftermath Foundation was Serge.
Yes.
The whole documentary on Serge's life, the story of Serge Obolensky, an Aftermath Foundation survivor. So that was just something else. Boy, did that have major impact.
Definitely. I know. I'm sure you've been inundated with emails, as I have. And, as we talked about, Serge saw the documentary as well prior to its release, but many people reached out who grew up with him in the LA area, and he was able to reconnect with those people. It was just amazing.
My gosh.
What an incredible show of support, an incredible story, an incredible survivor. And it's just from our work from the Aftermath Foundation, it is such an honor and a privilege to be able to help people like Serge and other people leaving Scientology. Not much gives me greater purpose in life.
That's right. It's absolutely fantastic. And, I'm so happy that people are reaching out to Serge too and reconnecting,
Yes.
Wow, so many people knew who he was, and they're still around and they're watching and reconnecting with him. He must be proud, and he should be. He should be really proud.
Very definitely.
And we did a fundraising video. So myself and Matt joined Claire and Mark for the pre-show and the after party, and then another fundraiser last Sunday, and the stats are straight up and vertical with amazing feedback and response.
Yes, completely. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and yes, absolutely amazing feedback. So
Yeah. That was really good. And the fundraising efforts, I just want to thank anybody and everybody who contributed or spread the word, because that facilitates the next person getting out and the next person being helped, and the people who are already on lines right now on the channels to get out. So it just makes it all possible. And so it's a family. It's something everyone's contributing to, and it's amazing. So you guys
yes,
are all amazing.
completely.
Yes. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later. This is the next thing. So some promotion is out now for the suppressive work that Claire and Mark were doing last week, and which is why they didn't, why Claire wasn't here for the Wednesday. And so I did the Wednesday with Matt instead, because we couldn't do Thursday because I had a service that I was doing
Yes.
at 7 p.m. right at the time. So Matt and I went on Wednesday, but there's some promotion out now, which gives us a clue what Claire was doing. Bam.
There you go. If I would have, not been in such a mad rush all day, I would have shared a link to a little teaser. But we do know, we do know that it's coming out this next weekend.
Oh, nice.
Does it say that on
Sunday.
There? Yes,
Yeah,
there you go. Sunday.
It says Sunday. I don't know what time it's going to be our time, but on Sunday it's coming out. So we'll be sure to see it and maybe get a clip of it so that we can highlight it next week too. But we'll spread the word. We'll spread the word. And what was that one about?
Yes. So it was a cover. And obviously I haven't seen the final cut, the final version, but a key focus that's relevant to what we're talking about this week is the fabrication of arbitration by Scientology's multi-million-dollar law firms to divert and try to avoid courts and lawsuits. Because, as you know, Amy, during our lawsuit 2009, there was no such thing as arbitration. This is 100% an invention that Scientology, it's a tactic by Scientology to try and avoid responsibility in courts of law. So, yep, it was exposing that, which is really applicable to today's events with Leah's lawsuit. So, yeah.
Very much so. Good. Well, I look forward to seeing that. More exposure.
Yes, exactly.
So in Claire's absence last Wednesday, so I mentioned that Matt joined me, and during our live broadcast, Matt made a confession which absolutely shocked me. Okay, you want to see
what was
the
it?
look? You want to see the look on my face?
Yes.
Okay. It just rolled off his tongue. Okay, you want to know what it is?
I do. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Okay. You're not going to believe it. So, when we were under watch on the RPF, and we were separated, and when we said we wanted to leave, they separated us. They put us on rice and beans for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not nice rice and beans, like slop.
Yeah.
That I would like squirt some mayonnaise into to somehow get through it.
Oh no.
And and then hard manual labor and all this stuff. Well, intensive interrogations, all this for like a couple months. And anyway, so I've talked about that so many times, and I've also written it in my book and everything. It's like,
Yeah.
And then Matt says,
and sorry, this for context, this was in 2005.
Yeah, 2005,
okay.
when we were leaving in 2005, we finally got out of there on the 1st of March, 2005.
Okay.
So Matt says, I never ate rice and beans. I said, what?
What did he eat?
I said, I said, I've been saying this entire time that we were fed nothing but rice and beans. I was eating rice and beans. What were you eating? And he said they were getting him to do renovations of these, rooms and stuff like that. And he said, if I'm going to be renovating these things, and making them nice, then I'm going to eat something nice. You're going to give me real food. And so they agreed and gave him real food so he would do these renovations of like the officers' quarters or whatever they were using him for. And I said, well, you didn't get me enough.
So he was eating normal food while you were eating rice and beans.
I was shocked. I was like, on a live stream, you're confessing to me that you never ate rice and beans. Yeah, he refused. I also found out that, when you get a power mission, and he got a power mission on something, but when you get a power mission, you're supposed to get a dirk,
yes,
which is like, it's like a little dagger that you wear, on your full dress uniform. You look macho with it, you're supposed to get your ethics files cleared. You get a commendation, a highly commended, and a bonus. And that's what happens when you get a power mission. And he got a power mission on something, but he didn't get anything. So what he did is he went and rifled through uniform exchange and found a dagger, a dirk, or whatever the hell they're called.
Dirk,
and so he got one of those. And then he broke into HCO, the Hubbard Communications Office, cracked their locked file cabinet where they kept the ethics files, took his ethics folder, went down to the honkin' shredding machine down by the garage or wherever the hell it was, shredded his entire ethics folder because it was supposed to be cleared.
Way to go, Matt. Way to take things into your own hands. Wow.
So this was a real extremely revealing live show between Matt and I. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, that was fun. So that's why I got this look on my face.
And so you didn't know that he did that with his ethics files either?
No,
wow.
I had no idea.
That's amazing. I think
that's
this
the man I married.
I can't say I've ever heard of someone doing that before, I must say.
Yeah, no. Well, he told me, which I knew, like if somebody wrote a report on him, it would come into his in basket, right? He'd pick it up and put it straight into the shredding basket. He wouldn't even read it. So I knew that he didn't have any like regard for it whatsoever. But boy, he broke in, picked the lock, got his ethics folder and ran it through the shredder. Now my ethics folder's clear.
Yes, that did the trick.
Yes, so that was funny.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So how many years of ethics files was that he shredded?
I should ask him because I didn't ask him. I was still like in shock. I actually hit him over this rice and beans thing.
Oh my God.
And he said he couldn't get the same deal for me because we were on opposite, parts of the property or whatever his excuse was. And then people were saying, oh, you ate steak and potatoes, and Matt saying, yeah, the lobster got kind of boring after a while, all this stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Like,
I said,
you could just stop justifying it. It's not okay.
Yeah. No, I told him what he's going to be eating for the next 2 months. Oh my goodness. So that was funny.
That is
so here's the next one, which is Mark interviewed Claire for another episode of Where's Shelley, which was released this week. This episode addressed Shelley's Scientology upbringing. And then here's a nice picture from that interview.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you want to say anything about that one?
No. It's crazy. We talked about the story of how when she was, she was 8 and ended up in an orphanage. And then shortly after that, ended up at the cadet org in Mexico. All the cadets were trafficked in the middle of the night down to Mexico to avoid child protective services. Just craziness.
Wow.
Craziness. Yeah.
What?
So
when you,
orphanage. Yeah. All 3 of them were in an orphanage for a week, the 3 girls.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just crazy. But when you understand the trauma that she went through from a very young age, it starts to make sense. You go, well, I get it. This is what the life she's known. And anyway, we'll keep on keeping on, plowing on this series. So
yeah, keep bringing it to the forefront. And so go to Blown for Good to see that video, as well as the Serge video, if there's anyone that hasn't seen the Serge video. And we might as well put a plug right now to subscribe to her channel, Blown for Good, if you haven't done so already, and subscribe to my channel, Queen Bee SP. If you haven't done so already. I'm almost at 8,250. I'm hoping by the end of this I will be.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's creeping up, but it's I just more exposure. I want a lot of subscribers so that I can tell the story to more and more and more people, because that is it's priority. It's really important.
Yes.
And we have a lot to say.
We do. Yes. Oh, and we launched our new Blown for Good website last week too. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's www.blownforgood.com. So it has a whole new look, and we have the merch store on there. We have the YouTube series that we're working on, and all kinds of good stuff. So
that's awesome. Here's a couple of the links.
Perfect. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah. Okay, and then, here's a fun little segment here. Let's give some love to Claire's four-legged babies.
Yay.
Here we go.
So we have
Bella and Max.
Yeah, Bella is a German Shepherd, and she is 6 years old. Max is our old man with the underbite he's famous for, and he is actually going on 13.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's an old man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my babies.
Oh, Bella, look at Bella. She's just like, oh. And I love that underbite. And then you have kitties too.
Yes. So on the left is Jazzy, and on the right on the skateboard is Oreo.
I wonder why you named him or her, I don't know, Oreo.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I know. Well, it's funny. Obviously, you know why we named him Oreo.
Yeah.
But Jazzy, so they're both adopted. Jazzy was named Sassy, but which, we just weren't a big fan of that. And she immediately responded to Jazzy. So we're like, okay, that's good. She's very talkative, a very talkative kitty.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, they're both adorable.
Yes.
And then mine are shaggy right now, and they're going to the spa tomorrow. But
goodness.
I just took this picture just before the live stream.
They are so cute. I can't take it.
They're smiling. They're smiling.
Gazing up at mama.
They get a spa day tomorrow. So this is the before picture. We'll see the after that.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yes. And then I picked a comment of the week off of your site because I wanted to do it on the Serge video, off of the Serge video. And there's one particular comment that touched my heart. I actually had tears from reading it because of the significance of it. So, I hope it touches people like it did me, but here we go. This is from Derek Ray. It says, I'm disgusted by Scientology's treatment of disabled people. I always would have found it disgusting, but I developed a rare disease and I've had 7 strokes. Thankfully, there's an entire world full of good people who invested in my broken body and mind. I was told at one point I'd never work or drive. I now work full-time and drive, and I'll be graduating with my BA in 2024. I adore Serge. Scientology didn't deserve him.
Yes. Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Powerful right there.
Very powerful. And, Scientology did not deserve him. He didn't, and Scientology didn't deserve any of us.
No.
Honestly, with our good intentions and hard work. And for those people who are suffering, with physical disabilities and any sort of suffering whatsoever, I pray for you, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. But just like he says, there is an entire world full of good people who will help and who care. So we have to find those people and not the people who will turn their back on you, like
Yes.
Scientology.
Yes, and thank you, Derek Ray, for that incredible comment. And
Yeah.
for comment of the week, you get a Blown for Good signed book. So please shoot me an email,
Yes.
claire@blownforgood.com, and we will get that off to you.
Yes. Wonderful. And finally, I just wanted to say, and I don't know why it blue highlighted everything, but that's okay. Help spread the word. Copy the link for the video and pass it along to any of your contacts who may have interest. Child Protective Services, law enforcement, FBI, anyone in the media, etc. Just spread the word. Take that video. It's meant to be something that creates like a grassroots movement, because it really shows the underbelly of Scientology, and the fact that it is not a charitable organization and should not have tax exemption, and how disgusting they are. So just give it to anyone and everyone who might make a difference, or just people who are interested. So that's my plug for that.
Yes.
And that's a wrap on my week in review.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, that was a very busy week. And as we always say, but as somehow has seemingly always been true this year, there is even more going on behind the scenes than what we're talking about in front of the scenes. So we'll just somehow make it through this very roller coaster of a ride year. So
people want us to pull the curtain back on that too.
I
Let's
know.
see it.
I know.
We want to see what's going on. I
All
know,
in good time. All in good
it
time.
is. It is. And all I can tell you is that some people are working their butts off, and they are they really care about the situation.
Yep.
How do you put it any other way?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Every day there are more and more of the right people stepping up to the plate and and putting their shoulder to the wheel to help in this matter. So that's what we're going to focus on, and at the right time we'll share appropriately.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So at this time, I want to plug also, I get to say, for my book, you get to go to Scientology. Scientology Abuse at the Top was my book. So you go to Scobee-publishing.com. You can order it there. And there's also a digital copy if you want one of those. And then for Blown for Good, go to blownforgood.com and their new revamped website. Let's see. Please subscribe to both channels, Queen BSP and Blown for Good, for continued exposure of the cult of Scientology. It really helps. And the reason why we plug these things is because YouTube suggests that we say it, because that's more effective. Tell people, let people know, push the like button, push the subscribe button, because if you don't say it, people don't do it. And It's really helpful to us. Okay. And then we both have stores. Mine's Amy-Scobee-shop at fourthwall.com, and there's some fun stuff in there. And Blown for Good is blownforgood-shop at fourthwall.com.
Yeah.
And finally, with Scientology, it's always worse than you think.
Yes. And no, it absolutely is. And on that note, Aaron over at Growing Up in Scientology did a video this afternoon. I strongly suggest people go look at that. This is something that's happening actively right now today. A family was trying to get his name is Kendrew Kirkconnell from Columbus, Ohio. He's a Sea Org member. They were going to go there today to pick him up. And in the wee hours of this morning, they whisked him away to Los Angeles today.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, this is really, while we we have fun talking about it, but also there's real, current crimes being committed and current actively whatever.
That's kidnapping.
I don't have the best it's been a
That's
very long
kidnapping.
day. It is exactly.
Yeah.
So Aaron was saying to have everyone call LA org and demand release of Kendrew. And yeah, I mean, we are just gonna keep on pounding and keep on demanding that these injustices and these crimes that Scientology is getting away with cease, and do every possible thing we can to shine a light on this and also stop them. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Yes.
So should we do our first giveaway
Yes.
at this point? Okay, good. So you get to pick what it is that we're giving away. It could be my book, your book, a merch thing, whatever.
Okay. Well, I'll let you do your book because it's your book. It's better for you to. Oh, I meant you do that one next. Sorry, that wasn't very clear.
My book?
Sure. Yes. Let's do that. I'm going to give away Miss Amy's book, Scientology Abuse at the Top. Perfect. Okay. So
I can give it away.
Go ahead. I did the last one. So yes, it's only fitting that you give away your book. And there you go.
All righty. Okay. So we'll do that one now. Okay. So, oh my God, because I was laughing. I have this thing of like, if I laugh, my eyes water and then I can't see anything. So everyone's saying, book me, please. Book me, please. Yes. And then, so I'm going to count down to 5. I mean, from 5. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Okay. Amy Butternuts. Small. Okay. So book me. I like your name. If you could write me, Amy at Scobee-publishing.com, and give me your contact information, you won a book. So Thank you very much. Thank you very much for playing the game there.
Yes.
And now I have to take this off. There we go. Okay. So did we want to, is there anything else that you wanted to specifically talk about?
Well, we can answer some questions and then we can not specifically, no. As you know, I had a short trip, so busy bee.
Yeah, that's understandable. Totally understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get some. I'll press them. You read them, unless you want me to read them. However,
nope,
if you get tired, let me know.
Yep. Okay. No, I'm perfectly good. Denver Stevo in the house. Hi, Claire. Hi, Amy. Love you, love you, love you. It's a great week to be an ex-Scientologist Wonder Woman, or so I hear. Can't wait for 60 minutes. Osa smells like poo. Yes, Osa, that means you. Yes, and I saw a couple of people ask in the comments, this is 60 Minutes Australia. And of course, when it releases, we'll share the links on social media and all of that, and tweet it or whatever it's called these days. And
yeah, what do you say? I'm gonna exit.
I don't even know.
I know. I don't either. I'm not tracking yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Denver Stevo. We love you too.
Yes, thank you, Denver Stevo. If you haven't subscribed to Denver Stevo, get on over there and hit that subscribe button. He has some great content.
Yes.
Lori plays non-Scientology tech question. What cameras do y'all use? I'll let you go first, Amy.
Okay. Well, I've got an all-in-one computer and there's a webcam on the top of that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I have an older iPhone. So it's connected to my computer and in front of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how that setup is. So you're looking into an iPhone?
I am.
Wow. I've got a big computer and I'm just looking at my screen and I don't know if my eyes ever look at the camera, because if I look at the camera, it looks like I'm looking above it. So it makes it so that it's like 3 inches below or 4 inches below or something,
Yes. Yeah. And so with this setup, if I always so Mark has the same thing down in his his studio downstairs. And it took
Yeah.
me a little bit to get used to it, but then I found it was actually easier to just always focus on the camera. And if you position the window, so like I position the window so that your face is kind of directly behind the
Yeah.
camera, so it forces me to
Right.
stay focused.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it distracting when I'm watching other people's videos and they're not looking at the camera. Personally, it's not as a criticism. I just find it distracting. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
That's just me.
We'll get used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't like looking at a blank spot, but I put you kind of like right below the camera, so so I can look.
Yeah.
Hopefully it looks okay.
Yeah, no,
But
it does.
yeah. So thank you for that question.
Yes, thank you.
Next one.
Tassie Devil, 60 Minutes
Oh,
Australia trailer is on Facebook and YouTube. Comments are open. Have fun. Oh, nice. There you go. Yep.
oh, good.
They just sent it to us earlier today, I think. So
Oh, I have to see that.
yeah, Valerie Haney's in it, which I didn't even know.
Oh, okay.
Mark and I are in it. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be great. The 60 Minutes Australia team are really good to work with. And yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Gino Dean, Sarasota Jerry in the house, Amy and Claire. Have you ever had rice and beans since you left? You go
Yes.
first.
I have, but like when you have real cooked, spiced rice and beans, and you usually have it with other stuff, like enchiladas or whatever, and it's nice. It's not the same. It doesn't remind me of being in there because it was made so that it was a punishment, kind of just soupy, sloppy, on a plate, looking as ugly as possible, So I don't
Yes.
mind it now.
By the way, let's give a shout out to my hubby, Blown for Good, Scientology Exposed. I just saw he's in the comments, so yay.
He's in the comments?
Yes.
Well, let's give a shout out to Mark, and let's give a shout out to my husband who keeps walking behind me into the kitchen back and forth. Everyone says hi, honey.
Yes, and so my answer to this question, I've never been a big fan of beans at all. So rice and beans, that combination, no. We do make really good, really yummy rice on a regular basis for, with just as a side dish. And we also make really good barbecue baked beans recipe. It's kind of funny. Mark and I joke about it all the time. We're like, it's a family recipe. I've been in the family for decades, just not in our family.
Oh, I'm going to use that. That's hilarious.
They're the best. They're the best. Every time we make these barbecue baked beans, oh my gosh, they are so good, so amazing, delicious.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So there's that, but not in. And it's weird too, thinking about that question. It's just weird. Like it was just such a degrading and humiliating statement. Like you have to go and eat rice and beans, like in front of everybody. And so my option was to refuse. I'm like, no, thanks. I just won't eat.
Oh, I would get like protein bars from the canteen and then have them in my desk and then just like sneak them. I would stick it in my pocket and then go in the bathroom because that's the only place somebody didn't follow me into. They have this thing. RTC used to do this, and you were in RTC. I don't know if you ever had to do this.
I'll let you know once I hear.
Of ghosting someone. And what that is this happened to me and all the time, and not all the time, but enough that it just drove me crazy, where someone is assigned to you that stands over your shoulder with a clipboard and writes down every single thing you do. And if they don't know what you're doing, they're asking you, what are you doing? What's that for? And stuff like that. And their whole sole job is to stand over you, hover over you, and ghost you because you're not trusted.
Right. Yeah.
And I had people do that with me for like days on end, and I was just like, you know what?
Yeah, it's like what people now call shadowing. Like ghosting now is when you just like somebody just vaporizes out of your life. Like you're talking
Oh
like
no,
it. Yeah.
that's not what I mean. The
No, yeah.
opposite.
Yes. Well, that's why I'm saying I think the current version of it is shadowing, but yes, no, absolutely. And
Oh, I
I
hate
didn't
it.
have to do a lot of that. I've had it done to me. It's really
You
annoying.
have super annoying.
The person I saw that had it done the most to them was my Grinder,
I know.
hands down.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know, the amount of times that he would have to stay up through the night writing speeches for events or this or that, the other thing, or
He was
legal
given
flaps.
he was
Yeah.
given every hard thing imaginable. I didn't envy his job, that's for sure. He was given all the big chunky things that were so flappy and that David Miscavige was just having psychotic meltdowns about. And it was chucked over to Mike, who already had like 5 other nuclear bombs on his plate, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to resent so much because I would get my job title was like I was the watchdog committee member for celebrity centers, but I also was for Scientology organizations and Sea Org organizations and the Flag Bureau. So I had like, you know, all these jobs, and then somebody like, you know, for the Scientology Missions International couldn't get their evaluation approved, and so it was assigned to me to get done because they can't get it done. So why do I used to resent it so bad. Like, why can they fail and give me, and now they took 3 days on a 4-day time machine to get it done. Those 3 days was a piece of crap, didn't do it, assigned to me. I've got 1 day to do the entire thing on a sector I'm not even responsible for. Anyway,
Oh
that
my
stuff happened
gosh.
all the time. Oh man, so I can still get really worked up about it because
I noticed.
it made me so mad, you know. And so I really like, you know, it's really funny because there's things that trigger me, like
Mhm.
if Matt says that he couldn't figure something out or whatever, I can just get so pissed off. Like, figure it out. Why do I have to be the but it's really not a problem. It's just I get so triggered by it, you know, which he knows. He knows very well. There's certain
Yeah,
things
I
that trigger
know.
him too.
Oh yeah, I know. Mark knows my things too, and there's a few of them. I won't deny it. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get
yeah,
better.
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I bought this book based on a recommendation from one of our readers or several of our readers. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. When you were asking about somebody coming out of a cult and trauma situation. And so I bought it and I started reading it. And there's just a couple things which are interesting I was going to tell you. Where it talks about, it caught my attention right off because it talks about traumatic experiences leave traces on our minds, emotions, our capacity for joy and intimacy, and even our biology and immune systems.
Hmm.
And then it says we try to act like nothing happened and move on.
Oh,
And
totally.
oh yeah,
100%.
flat out. And it takes tremendous energy to keep functioning while carrying the memory of terror and the shame of utter weakness and vulnerability. And it's long after the traumatic experience is over. And I thought that was also interesting because, my dear, you were talking about not being able to forgive yourself. And I was thinking, oh, listen to this, you know, shame
Yes.
of utter weakness and vulnerability. We had the weakness of not just putting our foot down and saying, you know, I'm calling the police. I don't care. I'm going to pull every phone cord out of the wall until I get, you know, my way and get out of here or something, you know. Instead, we were just like trying to comply and trying to follow orders. And
Yes. Wow, that's amazing. I will definitely give that book a read for sure and put it
yeah.
on the list. So yeah, and yeah, it's for everyone listening. We talked about this last week. We're looking for and we have a great list so far of books. Look, it's not, we have a separate list of all the amazing memoirs, like your book, Amy, like Mark's book that people have written after leaving Scientology, Leah's book, Troublemaker, Mike's book, A
Hmm.
Billion Years. You know, we could go on for an hour just reading off amazing book titles. But this is specifically with a very different intention in mind of when someone goes to the Aftermath Foundation website, just baby starting steps. What's a book that someone who has been in a high control group can read and start to see the the template in their own mind that doesn't use the word cult? That's too harsh. That for somebody who's in Scientology, they'll be like, oh, I have disagreements, but it's not a cult.
Oh yeah.
How many times have you heard that from a Scientologist?
How many times did I say it myself?
Right.
Before I didn't even know what a cult really was. All it was like a bad thing. And this, and this wasn't it.
Yes, exactly. So yes, anyway, if anyone has any additional book recommendations for our list, the ones we received so far are great. And I think we'll take the top 5 that we all like that go, just this is good baby starting steps. It doesn't require talking to someone, because sometimes that is too big of a step, especially to you, Amy, or to me. Like, oh, we're glad to talk to anybody, just to throw it out there. But sometimes that's too big of a step, because then technically from a Scientologist perspective, they can read a book, but the action of having a conversation with somebody who's a suppressive, that's next level.
Yeah.
They will get there. They will get there, but not right away. So anyway.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It takes some time to decompress. I think that's a good word.
Decompress, decontaminate, all those kind of words.
Totally. Decontaminate. I love it.
Deprogram.
Yeah.
Walk it back. Open your eyes.
Still there's stuff though. My God,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad that I live with somebody who understands, because, I would think that it would be hard to understand certain reactions that I have if you've never been there and you don't know.
Yeah.
We can laugh about it. Like after I go through my, whatever a reaction, we can laugh about it and stuff. Like one time, because I got in trouble all the time. You're always getting in trouble. And so you're always trying to control everything so that you don't get in trouble, because like in the watchdog committee, you're over the entire sector. So something happens in I don't know.
You were going to say Q-Cook.
I was going to say Q-Cook, and I didn't want to because it's a Scientology example.
It's okay.
You were so funny. I was. So something happens like in Boston or whatever, and I'm in Hemet, California, and there's a lot of chain of command and a lot of management people responsible. I get in trouble because they didn't pay their bill, and then I'm forced by David Miscavige to pay their stupid bill with the no money that I have to go and borrow. So any single thing that happens
had to pay
is my
a Scientology
Tampa
bill. Oh my gosh, come on.
$5,000. They didn't pay their stupid rent. And I wasn't even WTC Scientology at the time. I was full-time, something else. And because I used to be, he said that I had to pay $5,000. So I went around and collected it from, Mark Yeager, Wendell Reynolds, and all these different people to pay it because I didn't have it. And then some people had to pay back.
Yeah. So was this rent to like an outside company or rent to the landlord office?
It was rent to an outside company. It was flapping, that they could get evicted because they weren't paying their rent. So it was backlogged. And so I had to pay $5,000 to get it paid. So I gave the money. To Sea Org Reserves, the In Finance office. And then the In Finance office wrote a check to the org, and then the org wrote a check to their landlord.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're trying to control everything. And the reason why I was telling you that story is because when I got out, I was still trying to control everything. And Matt didn't really like that too much. And we were doing furniture, and he had a box truck, and he would go to the auctions and pick up furniture. And then we would deliver furniture to people and sell it. And I was in there in the truck telling him how to like tie off the furniture. So he's like, you know,
He wasn't.
enough. He's like, enough. How many trucks do you think that I've loaded? I know how to tie off the furniture. And I just realized, man, I just got to let it go. I got to be able to just take a step back, take a breather, let the world happen
Yeah.
and not have to be in charge of everything, not have, and I purposely do that now. Like, okay, whatever, if you want to do that, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other. It's so different than how I used to be.
Yes, I know, isn't it?
So,
It's an amazing process, I will say. A
yeah,
continuing evolution, but fascinating and eye-opening. And I love reading books like that. And again, like we said last week, there are just some really good ones. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning is
I
um,
love that book.
an amazing one. Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's quite the road.
yes. It is, and it takes time, and constantly working on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know all the tools or anything. I've read different books, but it's really helpful to hear from people who have some experience or knowledge. And so we're really thankful for suggestions, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Here's the next one here.
Casey Isaac in the house. Popping in while on break to say hello, ladies. Tell Leah she has a ton of love and support behind her. Love you guys. Yes, indeed. Cassie,
Hmm.
thank you.
Yeah, Leah definitely knows that she does.
She
And
absolutely does.
yeah, yeah,
Doesn't make it
for
any
sure.
easier, but she knows she does.
Yeah.
Gary Jackson Moorhead. Hello, you two fabulous and strong women. Thank you so much for joining us, Jackson.
Hi, Jackson. Okay.
All right, Meerkat Moon. Aaron did say at the beginning of the year that 2023 would be the year DM regrets Aaron had a YouTube channel. So far, he's correct. Oh, yeah. And a lot of other things, too. This is going to be the year. Yes, very much so.
This is going to be the year.
Aaron's YouTube channel and many other things. So,
Yes.
yes. And even I don't think next year's not looking much better, actually, to be honest.
Right.
Forecast is not looking much. This is the year, and then next year is going to be even more of a regret. It's kind of on a downward spiral.
Well, I think it's looking good because it's looking bad for Scientology.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
Okay, hold on. I just saw something. Question: have Liz Ferris and Serge reconnected? Yes, and special shout out to Liz Ferris. I'm just so grateful that Liz had the courage to reach out to us when this whole thing with Bob Ferris started. I'm just incredibly grateful. It takes a really strong person to do what she did, and she's obviously continuing on this new path. But yes, Liz and I actually did an interview, which will be airing, I think, next week. I'll obviously include that when we air it. But Liz and Serge reconnected, and which is incredible. Liz is one of the people that Serge talked with, and Liz told me this story about how Serge and his brothers came to her defense when she was getting beaten up as a kid.
Wow.
Anyway, he definitely remembers Liz and they've talked, and it's just yeah. Anyway, it's again, this community is growing and will continue to
Hmm.
grow, and things like this are really, really good for Serge too. So it's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing to see.
that's wonderful. I'm very
Yes.
happy about that.
Yeah. Lily Castle? Lily Castle. How long was the Aftermath Foundation working with Serge? I know the social worker got involved first. Yes, exactly. The exact timeline on that is let's see. The Carrie and Heart Forward LA started working with Serge back in like 2010 to 2013. Carrie actually read Mark's book and reached out to Mark, and we told that whole story in the lives that we did. The Aftermath Foundation started working with Serge, I want to say in September 2021. And at that time, he had no prosthetic hands. He had no prosthetic eye. He didn't have his GED. He didn't have a phone. Anyway, so yeah, we kind of put together this master plan of help to provide to Serge. And every single piece of it was really vital and critical to how the rest of it all came together. So the phone, for example, enabled him to work on the GED much more effectively, because we found out that before he had a phone, he would ride on the bus. Well, in LA, it's a 4-hour bus ride. It was for Serge, it was a 4-hour bus ride there and a 4-hour bus ride back. So,
oh my gosh.
yeah. So two things. We got it so that for the medical appointments and for important, tutoring and GED appointments, he could use the Uber app to get back and forth more effectively. And then also we got him a laptop so he could do Zoom for the tutoring. Anyway, it was all, the way it all came together was really amazing. And at a certain point in the journey, Serge had, it hit him hard when he was struggling with passing the GED. So it really took all of us kind of coming together, like, Serge, you got this, you can do this, we're going to make this happen. I think you kind of see snippets of that when in the car with Mark, where he's like, Claire said I'm going to get a tutor.
Yeah, totally. That was awesome.
Yeah,
he was excited about that. That's
yeah, exactly. And we found in this day and age, the online resources are phenomenal. So anyway,
good. That's good.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
That's that
one. Thank you for that question.
Yep. Tom Miller, thank you for the super sticker.
Yes, thank you.
Peace through cookies. James 127. Oh, you can do this one, Amy. It's so more familiar to you.
Okay, it says James 127 says pure religion is to help orphans and widows. In 2023, that means the vulnerable people in society. Thank you for helping Serge. Yes, orphans and widows, it specifically talks about. So good. Yes. And it's very good. Yeah. I hope his brother, I really hope that his brother wants to reach out to him and isn't just shut down by Scientology, because of their family connections still in. But I mean, what I want to know if he was shocked to learn, because if anyone watching right now doesn't know, Matt, my husband, went to Yuri's house, which is Serge's brother, and told his mother-in-law and father-in-law who were there. So Yuri wasn't there, but told them Serge was alive, and they were like, "No, he's dead. We were told that he was dead." And he said, "No, he's alive, and he got his GED, and he has all new prosthetics and an eye and all this kind of stuff." And they were saying that they had family still in the Sea Org, so they couldn't really talk to Matt. But that's where Yuri lives. So I know that Yuri knows that his brother is alive. Yeah. And I really wonder if he's going to be interested at all in reaching out to him, or if it's just like Scientology is going to shut it down.
Yeah, we'll see. Is Yuri, or by love of his family and brother? It's his choice to make. The problem is he probably doesn't see it as a choice, unfortunately, but it absolutely is. I mean, take back your life, darn it. Yeah, I know. I will say it was kind of hard for Serge a little bit, because first of all, Sasha, his other brother, passed away during the time that Serge was homeless. And so that part is like, they didn't even tell me that my brother died. It's just, and you're like, yeah, there's no good answer to that. And then he learned more recently, Serge learned more recently, that there was a celebration of life service that was held for Sasha, the brother that died. And again, Serge was like, I'm his brother. They didn't even invite me. And I said, you know what, Serge? Oh, well, no, first of all, he said, well, the parents didn't go either. I'm like, yeah, there you go. So you weren't invited, but the parents didn't go either. That was no celebration of life
Oh, the
service.
parents didn't go?
No. Sasha's mom was not at the service. It was a Scientology
Wow.
service. And
What?
I know, it's insanity.
Oh
Anyway,
man, do they care about families at all?
they
It's just
definitely don't. It's quite the opposite.
no.
Quite the
Yeah,
opposite. Yeah.
quite the opposite. Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's going to be more on that story I know coming up.
Definitely. Michelle Carpenter, I uploaded an SPTV Discord tutorial for people who grew up in cults or not. Oh, yay. Thank you, Michelle. Maybe you can message it to me as well, because yes, one of these days I will quit my
I don't even know what it is.
yeah.
See, so
People are like,
I don't
you
have.
said that last week, Amy. Come on now, Google, search it up.
I
My
didn't look
kids
it up.
say that all the time.
I
Search
went
it up.
totally search it up. Well, I went totally blank and forgot about it. Here, I'm going to write down the word Discord.
There you go.
Discord to me just means like friction.
Yeah,
right?
no. Yeah, you have a misunderstood word.
Well, there's why I went blank. It's not friction.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay. So anyway, thank you for loading up the Discord
Tutorial. All right, Selena Michelle, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate it. Thanks for being here, Selena Michelle.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful doggy there.
Jason Policron, roll call of states, counties fans are from. Fun to see how far SPTV reaches. Read out posts. Okay. Thank you, Jason Policron, for that
yes,
super chat. And yes, I think we covered everything that you're saying there, I think.
Yeah. And we made sure to call them out at the beginning there.
Yes. Selena Michelle. Hail Queen Bee and Claire Bear. Wondered why I haven't gotten an email from you, Claire. Then caught up on Serge. Now 60 minutes. I'm a prick. You do so much. Okay, maybe that's a typo, but thank you, Selena Michelle. And yes, I know I'm feeling a tad overwhelmed at the moment, but as Mark says, he's like, I don't know why you do this to yourself. I'm like, okay, it's all right. It's good. It's all for a good cause. And everything will get done eventually. And yes.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Yeah. Bear with us.
Yes.
Claire, bear with us.
Liz Ferris says all the time now, thanks for the clarification.
Oh, gosh. That's a good one. Claire, bear with me.
Yes. DP never in. Claire, can you share the baked beans recipe, or is it secret? It's not secret at all. I will ask Cece, my foster mom, to do a video of that. I think we actually I already talked with her about that. She was like, oh yeah, because those baked beans are her husband Matt's favorite too. Like, he's like, oh yes, we got to go to the party. There's going to be the famous baked beans. So I'll definitely get that recipe made publicly available.
That's awesome.
Oh, I think we missed did we miss a giveaway?
Oh, we're going to do one more here, and then we were going to do a giveaway.
Perfect. Terry Ray, I'd like to send Serge a shirt from my town size. That's awesome. Let's see, XL, I would say would probably be best. And if you send it to the Aftermath Foundation address on the foundation website, then I will make sure to get that to Serge promptly. Thank you.
Very cool. Okay, so now.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say Tarkina Meyer, who is an SPTV community rock. She reached out and asked for Serge's favorite colors, and she's making him a quilt, and he's very excited about that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, it's
Very
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Is it going to
All
be
right.
for a Blown for Good book?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
All right. So we're giving away a signed copy of Blown for Good Behind the Iron Curtain of Scientology by Mark Headley, signed by both Mark and myself. So if you're all ready, just comment away and I will do the countdown as soon as I see my chat has caught up. All right. So we will do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sarah Hopkins. Shoot me an
Sarah
email. You
Hopkins.
win. Yay. Congratulations. Shoot me an email, claire@blownforgood.com, and I will get that mailed off to you tomorrow.
Some.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay, so going over here. So now we're going to go on to the next question.
Lily Castle again. Has Scientology resumed their large events, or are they still in COVID lockdown? Or maybe they record DM speaking because they have no audience now. Yes. Well, they did the New Year's event at Ruth Eckerd Hall, right?
Oh. I
What's
didn't keep
that?
track of their. I said I don't know. I didn't keep
Yeah.
track of their stupid events.
Yeah, no, they did because we drove by actually. We got some
Oh, okay.
pretty funny pictures and footage
Whoops.
because we were visiting Mike and Christy, and we saw you guys, remember, over New Year's?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so we drove by Hacienda Gardens and all that to see if we could find Dave because he was in hiding as his modus operandi. Which is funny because hiding, isn't that like minus 28 on the tone scale?
He's in hiding. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he better be in hiding. I mean, he's going to get served for like 15 different lawsuits or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But that is crazy. And you know what's funny also is that all the out-of-org trainees are having to be study on a night schedule because all the course rooms are so packed during the day. And I bet you they're so empty during the day that he doesn't want people from around the world that are there training for the organizations to go back to their org saying, there's nobody at Flag. But
Yes.
yeah, so he's holding up this illusion by making them study through the night instead. How stupid is
Yes.
that?
It is crazy. I know. It's all about false appearances in Scientology, isn't it?
It
It's like
is. It is. God. Which Mark has a lot of stories about that because as a shoot crew team for the events, they would have to hire extras to sit in a course room because the actual place that they were filming had nobody or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Yep,
Crazy.
absolutely. Michelle
Yeah.
Carpenter, highly recommend the organization I Got Out. I work with them and I think they are for both of you. Oh, okay.
I Got Out.
Yep.
It's an organization called I Got Out.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to look it up.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for the recommendation and for the super chat, Michelle. I have not heard of that, and we will definitely check it out.
Yeah. I got out, so might be.
I did too.
Yeah, you did.
Yes. All right. Colonel Brock, question. Amy, have you read Mike Mullane's Riding Rockets? He knew your uncle Dick and Judy Resnick.
Oh, okay. I have not read that, so I will write it down so I can look it up.
Nice.
But that's nice. Mike Mullane. Good.
Yep.
Thank you. I met Judy Resnick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. That's when my Uncle Dick, quick story. Okay, he flew in a C-5A cargo plane, one of the largest cargo planes in the world. And my dad and I believe my brother was there, but we met Uncle Dick there and we got a tour of the C-5A, a cargo plane. And then he and Judy Resnick was there. And then we got to sit in the T-38 jet, which has 2 domes, and he showed me where the parachute is, and you basically sit on it as a cushion, and all the controls. And I'm like, how do you even remember what any of these controls are? It's crazy.
Yes.
But
That's amazing.
true. Yeah. Don't want to
Grayson and
flip
I
the
had
wrong
the
switch.
Yeah, Grayson and I had the chance to go to Oshkosh. It's like in Wisconsin, is
Oh,
the biggest air show in the US. And that was amazing, seeing all the World War II planes, and Grayson got to fly a Bell helicopter. It was amazing
wow.
experience. Yeah.
Wow.
It was the best work trip I've ever been sent on.
Yes. That is so fun. I love
Yep.
that. Anything to do with the Air Force. I mean, like, oh, anyway, I could talk about that for a long time.
Yes.
Um, okay, here's the next one.
All right. Kyla McDonald, suggestion before my therapy. Have either of you read The Midnight Library? I haven't.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So we will add that to the list. We have
Yep.
an
Check it out.
excellent growing list. I think we'll keep it to the top, the best, just 5 recommendations, but we'll keep a whole list of these great recommendations in our arsenal of tools.
For deep dives.
Yep.
But thank you for that.
Yes, Angelina. I know it's up to Mike to talk for himself, but I think about him all the time. And since you're friends, please tell him we love him and look forward to seeing him again. Thank you, ladies. Yes, absolutely. I guarantee we all think about Mike all the time, and we will absolutely pass that message on for
And
sure.
he knows it.
Yes, he
He
does.
definitely knows it, and he knows that there's a lot of people who are praying for him, and who are thinking about him, and hoping for his recovery and everything like that. He knows it, and he's working on it. and
Yes.
and just thank you all for your love and for your kindness and for thinking about him. I'm going to go on to the next one now.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I had a interruption. Can you
That's
shut the
okay.
door, please? Thank you. I'll be right there.
That's okay. All of a sudden, my face was like full on.
Yeah, I know. It was like, I need to see my classes. It's like, okay, that's not like it's going to be there in 10 minutes still. We're in back to school mode. So it's very important.
Yes.
And he's chatting with his friends and comparing notes. So there you go.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. You're multitasking.
Yes. All right. Denise L. Thanks for all you do. Thank you,
Thank you,
Denise. We
Denise.
appreciate your super sticker. We appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Yes. Destiny Salazar. Amy, your weekend review presentations are amazing. You're turning into quite the YouTube whiz. Yes, indeed.
I have a lot of fun, and I find different like little format things that I can use and everything. Anyway, I'm having fun with it. Just because it's a create, and I hope that you guys enjoy it too.
I certainly enjoy it. Thank you for being the creative whiz and behind our all things Scientology. I love it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Colonel Brock, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. My dogs are having zoomies behind me.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Stacy Toms, just because you posted my question. First time A. First time A.
What?
Okay. Well, there you go. Awesome. Thank you, Stacy.
That was the first time, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Gracie
Yep.
girl. Hello, ladies. Hello, Gracie girl. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Gracie girl.
Turid Tronstad, super sticker. Thank
From
you.
NOK. What does NOK mean? Where's that?
Maybe Norwegian krona.
Oh, okay. If it's
If
not, you can let us know.
I'm wrong, I can get yelled at in the chat. It's all right. I've got broad shoulders. Got thick skin.
Yes, we do.
Don't judge me by my cover. I always laugh when people call me honey. I'm like, sure, if that's what you want to think. Okay, go right ahead.
Oh, yeah.
I can do hard things. I know it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
At Amy Scobee, seriously, don't straight up and vertical mean the same thing? Pete in Toronto.
We say that because that's what Scientology says, that they're stupid events with their graphs that go off the top of the graph with all these explosions, straight up and vertical. And so that's why I said it. I know it means the same thing, and it's stupid oxymoron.
Yes. It is. Yeah, it's
What's Colonel Brock doing?
How about omit needless words? Colonel Brock, is that the same one that we pulled up again?
Yeah.
Well, either way.
No, it's not the same one. He keeps doing more.
Oh, well, okay then.
Thank you, Colonel Brock. And then
Thank
he's got a
you.
question. So it's followed by a question. So thank you for that one. Then we have this one.
Question, Amy, have you read? Oh, we did that one.
So I undid it. So it must be in there twice.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think so. I think what he did was a few. Oh, look at that. Cat Maggie says I'm correct about the Norwegian krona. Yay!
Oh, that was good.
I win tonight's trivia prize.
Yes.
Sorry.
I can't see the live chat because I'm doing the super stickers, but so you got to keep me informed of anything on there.
I definitely will. It was just that there was several, when somebody bolds question, I don't always necessarily read to see for duplicates. So that was my bad.
Oh, you're bad.
All right. Okay, Parallel Jen. Oh, I like that name. Super sticker. Thank you, Parallel Jen.
Thank you.
I'm Square Claire.
What would I be? I don't know. I can't think of something right away.
Jason Policron. Sorry, joined later on. No problem at all. Thank you for being here.
It'll be recorded and you can see the beginning.
Ruth W. I love you too. So comforting. I feel at home with you both. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
It's an amazing compliment. I get people who write in, and I'm sure you do, Claire, too, that it's like almost like sitting around with people in your living room and having a conversation and stuff, which is really good.
Yes.
I want it to be like that. I want it to be that, we're welcoming and easy to listen to.
Yeah. Also and accessible.
Informative.
And just normal people that anybody can talk to, including anyone from OSA or anyone who feels stuck within the glue and confines of Scientology. We want to help you.
That's right.
Yep.
Yes. That's amazing. Next one, sorry.
Cat and Maggie, I'm super happy to hear Serge is getting a quilt. It's the sort of family touch Scientology doesn't give. Serge now has a loving family of thousands. Oh, absolutely. And he's been reading the comments too. He's been calling us every few days. It's just amazing. I mean, yeah, family and love and support have just transformed Serge into a different person. It is amazing. What a journey.
I mean, Scientology on this quilt thing, what would Scientology's response be to that? It'd be like eye rolls, somebody's making him a quilt. To me, it's like, just like this person says, it's a sort of family touch that Scientology doesn't give. I mean, how loving and fantastic is that? And he is so excited about it. He's going to get his own quilt. It means a lot.
Yeah. Scientology would be like, oh, that's mest oriented. Which to translate just means, oh, you're fixated and stuck in physical belongings. No, it's a meaningful gift that Serge will cherish. That's what it is.
Yes, and can use and always remember how thoughtful somebody is because of it.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that.
Clara, good to see you here. Clara, good to finally catch a live stream. Happy Wednesday to you both. Sending tons of love. Awesome. Thank you very much, Clara. We love you back.
Thank you, Clara. Yes.
Hug a Haggis 66. Amy in Scotland and got my Queen Bee mug. I love it. Great artwork. Did you design it? How to get a bobble mic. They're not in the store. Love ya. Yes. So you can get well, I'll just answer on the bobble part and then you can answer on the other part. The spshop.com is where you can order Mike Rinder bobbleheads and SP bracelets, and then soon to be, the Davy Elf, whatever, troll of the board, or TOB, whatever we end up with the final name.
TOB.
Yes, so that's where you can get it. I'm sure Goldie would be so kind as to share the link. So there you go.
That's awesome. And yes, I did the design for the Queen BSP. logo, and it looks really nice on the mugs, and it looks nice on the clothes too. So I'm glad that you got it in Scotland. Hey, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Hold on. Oh, here, I'm just going to mark
What
this.
happened?
So, no, it's okay. I won't get distracted. It's not a good day for me to be distracted. Montana mystery. What do you both do to just relax? Do you ever take a day off and do nothing?
You answer that, Claire.
Okay. So what I do to relax is I run up a mountain, and it really does give me complete peace of mind. I wouldn't exactly say that it relaxes me physically, but it relaxes me mentally and emotionally. And that's what I need more than anything. And it helps. My whole family now knows and supports me in my craziness, because like Mark will be like, so did you do the incline this morning? I'm like, yep. And he's like, okay, good. And then if I'm in a cranky mood or being feisty or whatever, he'll be like, you didn't do the incline today, did you? Anyway. Yep.
So that's your thing okay, what do I do to completely relax? You know, I am so in love with my dogs. And so spending any time with my dogs, I feel like I get energized, and they're just so cute. And I love that. And I also live in a community that has a kind of like a resort type of pool on a lake, and just going there and hearing nothing besides the fountain in the water. I just love that too.
Nice.
Relaxing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Bo beats Jabronis. My sisters from another mister. Did you see KK's short?
KK.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Bo Beats. Sorry. KK is short. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. So sorry, we're out of the loop
KK.
on that. But
Yeah.
thank you. Yes, sisters from another mister. There you
Oh,
go.
Kelly Copter, but it's not a KK,
Oh,
it's a KC. And I saw that she
yes.
did this short, and was that her voice?
Yes.
She said, that
She
was
is a woman of
amazing.
many talents. That's
I
why
know
that's why
she does
she's
the
our
Legos.
yeah, exactly. I know she's amazing. Kelly Copter. Sorry about that. I should
Yeah.
have caught on to
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it is
Well,
KC. So cut me some
yeah.
slack.
I'm
Uh,
glad I realized what it was. Yeah. I saw
yes.
it. It was great. Wonderful.
Yes, very good. Pat Shields, hugs from northern Saskatchewan. Awesome. Hugs back. Thank you.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know. Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan.
Really?
It's not Saskatchewan.
Hey, not only was I born in a cult, I was also born in England and transformed my accent to American. So yeah, some things got scrambled in that transition, in
I'm
those
reading
many
this thing.
transitions.
Oh my God, I
So
could barely see.
if I completely botched it,
Oh,
then that's why. There are certain
okay.
things. Mark loves to he has a whole little note of all the things I can't say right. And now
He
even my
does.
kids know it too. He'll be like, insulation. I'm like, oh, please stop it. I don't say that.
Oh, there's Matt has several of them from his New York accent, you know. Um, anyway, I could make a whole list right now, and we could go off on a total hysterical
We
roll.
could. I know that's already where the chat has gone. They're like, how do you say aluminum? And Mark says that's one of his, and I don't say it that way, but he will be like aluminium.
Aluminum.
All righty. Freeze
Matt
Uni
says
project. What's that?
Matt says asphalt instead of
Asphalt.
asphalt. Instead of asphalt.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Let's keep a running note of the crazy, some of the funny things our husbands say. Mark
Yeah.
has some of those. All right. So
Okay.
Free Xenu Project. Thank you for all you both do, along with all of SPTV. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Glenda Miller. Amy, I'm currently reading your aunt's book, Silver Linings. Loving it. Yes. It's a great book.
My aunt June Scobee, who was Dick Scobee's wife. Dick Scobee was the astronaut that went up in the Challenger that exploded, and she wrote a book afterwards called Silver Linings, and it's about her life and then the whole Challenger disaster, and then turning that into an education program for youth on science. And Claire and Mark are totally involved, along with my husband, who works for them, on building space camps that she founded. So it's all comes back around. It's really wonderful. Thank you, Glenda.
Yes, and talk about small world. So Mark was, had been working on doing those camps starting all the way back in like 2016, and it was in planning stages for the longest time. And of course, we were in touch, but all the pieces kind of fell into place. And it was a complete coincidence because we were brought on by another company altogether. But anyway, to me, it's an amazing example of a beautiful story. And oh my gosh, your Aunt June is just precious. I was so honored to get to meet her. I told you before, her keynote speech just moved me beyond a lot of other things. It was incredible. Anyway.
Yes. And I was so honored to work with Mode Systems on 2 of the Challenger Space Centers, which was one in Pottstown and one up in Port Huron.
Yes.
And when it was 7 degrees outside, it was so cold. But we got to do those, and they both are open and in operation, and it's amazing. Anyway.
Yes, sorry, I'm laughing about what's coming up. All right, Beachy Tara. Serge Doc is fantastic. Way to make a point and wonderful example of lifting a human up. Matt marching over there to let his family know blew me away. He's a hero. Let me know if he ever needs backup. Yes, that was so incredible. Just absolutely incredible.
Yeah. He was like, I'm going. And so I was like, finding his address and getting his work address and finding the phone number, everything, so that he could do it, because he was on a mission and he was going to get it done.
Yeah.
And
acts of love like that, to me, is what breaks down the walls of Scientologists.
That's right.
Love for good.
Through.
What's that?
Love will power through.
Yes. Love will win the day. Blown for good. Scientology exposed. Hey, honey. Great stream, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. You got to come on a stream with us again.
Yes. Absolutely. Bison 5360. Thank you for the super sticker. And Jeffrey Lee Hollis. Wow. Also, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate it.
Yes.
PDD. When the Davy doll is in the store, need to include pins to make it a voodoo doll. Oh boy. I don't know about that. You know what? Pins, we'll just write on the package, pins not included, maybe.
No.
Oh, Ange. Claire, you said Saskatchewan properly. I'm from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, the southern part of the Canadian province. Boom.
I refuse to believe that. Saskatchewan.
Listen, probably most Americans say it the way you say it.
Yeah.
By some miracle. I don't know. Thank you, Ange. Hopefully I'll take your word for it.
I know.
A lot of people laughed at me for how I said it, so I don't know.
Yes, I was laughing my butt off.
Jeffrey Lee Hollis. When I saw that Serge doc, I said, how is this so friggin' good? And then I saw it was edited by Kelly Copter. Yes, exactly. See, I'm tripping myself up over my R's. My brain is tired. Thank you, Jeffrey Lee Hollis. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Kelly Copter is stellar. She's talented. She's an amazing part of this community. I'm so grateful that our paths crossed as they did, and so incredibly grateful for her masterwork, her masterpiece of the Serge documentary.
Yes.
The Rafa Daffa Doo. Okay, the Rafa Daffa Doo. Y'all are great. Amy, you a Southern girl? You know the plural of y'all? Wait for it. All y'all. All y'all.
All y'all. So, a lot of my family are very Southern, and like Aunt June, and then her kids, my cousins, and then my stepmom also. And so all this happens on the
Oh, y'all.
y'alls.
Yes. So funny story. When I first came to the US, when we actually moved here, it wasn't the first time, it was the second time. I was 13 and we spent 6 weeks in Greenville, South Carolina. So the Greenville, South Carolina accent was my first attempt at trying to get an American accent. Going from a British accent to Greenville, South Carolina, I was like, this is destined for failure. I am not going to be able to pull this off.
Oh, that's funny. That would be hard.
Yes, no. So I bailed and switched it to when we moved to LA. I was like, okay, this I can maybe manage. We'll see. Mind you, I still had a British accent when Mark and I got married.
You did.
I did.
I don't remember you having a British accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And question, Saskatchewan. There you go.
Get that off of there.
She lives there. So come on now. Here we go. Andy Fabulous. Scoot you one.
Who starred that? You did.
I did. That's what I was laughing about earlier. I was like, oh
that
my
was
gosh.
funny.
Here we go. Pat Shields. Amy got it. How did you say it again?
Saskatchewan. 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 Okay, we're gonna totally look it up after this.
All righty. Clara Bear merch designs were updated. I'm waiting for it. Yay! I'll put some up tonight.
Good.
Yep. Just like you have Queen Bee, I got Claire Bear.
That's awesome.
Yes. Bison 5360 left off the message earlier. Love you gals. It is so comforting listening to y'all after work. Thank you. Oh,
good.
Okay. I see. Bison 5360 did a super sticker that this was the message that was supposed to be attached.
Oh,
thank you for sending that along.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes. Free Xenu project. So if I moved, oh my gosh, here we go. So if I moved to Saskatchewan and sold aluminum, you'd have a problem with that? Yes, very definitely. Oh my
I like
goodness.
your personality, Free Xenu project. Thank you. That was awesome.
I don't like being the center of attention. No. Lady BB, comment, I love seeing you both smile and laugh. It makes me happy with what you've gone through and what y'all do now. It's amazing to me. Well, thank you. Yeah, and we've talked about that before. I think we embrace it. I've learned to embrace it more than I had previously. It is our passion, I think, Amy, to educate people and help people understand the mechanics of it and how this can happen to people. And, it's not that we're not smart people. Obviously we were both born into it, or not. Well, I was born into it. You got in at a very young age. But, it's just in today's world, it's important to be aware of the mindset and mechanics of cults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, how can you get caught up in something like that? Because it's normal people that get caught up in something like that. Mm-hmm. We like having a purpose of helping people, and then people prey on that and abuse it. And so then and it starts like really, really, what is it? Like, what's the word? Where it's not obvious.
Subtle?
Subtle. It starts so subtly because it's just like you get in and you hear a couple things that ring true to you, and then it's a group, and then they want you involved, and they love you, and they love bomb you, and they include you and give you, a position or a title and all this kind of stuff, and then now you're in the group. And then if you're late, you get in trouble, and then all of a sudden you're like, trying to like get your act together so that you're doing what they expect, and then it just snowballs from there.
Yeah,
you pressured to sign different contracts, and you're just in it. Anyway.
Yes. Oh, and hey, somebody just said Kelly Copter's in the house. Yay. And
Oh, she is, huh?
Apostate Alex, and yes. So hello, everybody. Shout out to
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. And I don't know, did we miss anything that says questions? Oh, here we go. Here's one.
Oh, question re IRS. Isn't it a federal offense to harass or attack a federal employee? Why didn't the FBI protect those IRS employees? Yes. Well, to be honest, I'm not actually sure of the laws involving that. But, it's like death by 1,000 pricks or 1,000, like it wasn't an actual blatant physical attack. It was, hundreds of lawsuits and following and harassing. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can't turn back time, but we can certainly keep exposing.
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
I like this person's comment.
Witness, hey, Osa, time to flee. A gavel is about to fall. How do you like testifying? In a U.S. court? Would you be allowed to testify your truth? Get out now. There's an aftermath to help. Yes. Sage advice right there. Because yes, they Scientologists are trained to lie. Bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and
Yeah.
and especially in this day and age with the amount of knowledge and information available on the internet, they are getting very bad at lying. And it shows. It shows. That's why there's no that they, again, they're $1 billion organization, and yet they have no public relations person who will speak on camera, and Corinne Powell just hides behind sheets of paper and has never shown her face publicly.
I mean, she's not even. It's David Miscavige writing and using her title, and he's such a sissy. Haha. How do you like that, David Miscavige? You are such a sissy. You are a scaredy cat sissy. Come out and confront us about the things that you've done.
Yes.
Instead, he hides. He's probably, all of the. I rewatched a video that Mike Rinder did about all of the real estate that has been built for a dead man, like since L. Ron Hubbard died. All this stuff, and I totally have the idea that that's where David Miscavige hides, because they're renovated, they're perfect, they're like totally set up for operation for someone who doesn't even exist. So that would be, they're all over the place too. So he could go bounce from one to another and just be in hiding all the time. But anyway, and do whatever dirty deeds he does.
Yes.
In those places.
Mm-hmm.
I put a couple other. Did I show this one yet?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I just didn't unstar it. Here's another one.
Jessica Rutledge. Question: where does DM come when he's in Alaska? Does he love Alaska?
I don't think he's ever gone there.
No,
that I know of.
Yeah, not that I know of either.
I don't think there's even really Scientology there.
No.
So he'd have no purpose really to go there. Unless he's doing some expedition with Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Okay. P.S. This is me. At P.S. This is me. I love when Claire cracks jokes and gives a genuine life. Full-time work, mom of 3 boys, content creator, expert testimony giver, 60-minute guest, and on and on.
It's so true.
I'll be honest, I'm not the best at cracking jokes. Mark's way funnier than I am. He reminds me of that on a regular basis.
It's even funny that he reminds you of it.
He'll be like, your sense of humor lacks 2 things. Or the other
and humor. I mean, Mark cracks me up so bad.
Or my other favorite, and I say this with obvious love. Was that the punchline? Guess you had to be there.
I mean, one time Mark and I were in Walmart together in some distant place, I don't know. And we were laughing so hard going up and down the aisles. I mean, when I laugh, I cry. Like I'm just like it just pours out. And I couldn't even breathe. I was laughing so hard. And then he just kept up whatever it was that was getting me so over the top. And I was almost falling into the different shelves and stuff. I was laughing so hard. But anyway, he can really get me going, I can tell you that. Oh my gosh, just thinking about him saying.
Oh my gosh, I know. At least I'm like, okay, fine.
Oh,
Fine.
that is funny. Oh gosh.
Oh dear. All right, OBG Foster. Question. Will you have a vote poll to pick the top 5 books? Oh, that's a great idea. That's a
It is
great
a good book.
idea. Yeah.
It's a good book, I said. That's a good idea.
Yeah, no. That's a great comment. And yes, we'll absolutely we can put that on our mutual community tabs. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you for
good
that.
Idea. Yep. Okay, have fun with this one, Claire.
Ook Duke. Hello from Obendorf in Tyrol, Austria. Let's see how Claire does with that name. Oh my goodness. What is going on? You didn't get the memo? It's been a long day.
That was so funny.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
You did good on that though.
Okay, if you say so. The feedback's not words, vote's not in yet from the comments. Shasta Medley, Claire, are you doing the Pikes Peak incline or is there another one near Denver? Okay, so there's Pikes Peak, which is 14,100. I did do the Pikes Peak Summit Challenge. There's then the Manitou Springs incline, which is 3,000 steps up a mountain.
Oh my
I've
God.
done that too, but the one that I'm talking about is just a small baby version in Castle Rock. That's 200 steps up the mountain that I do a few times a day. And from the top, you can see Pikes Peak and Sleeping Indian and beautiful, beautiful mountains. And I absolutely love it. So,
well, one day when we come out there to Colorado, you're gonna have to show me.
Definitely.
But I'll need to be airlifted up there.
No, there's so many beautiful hikes around here that are like Devil's Head is another great one that's much easier. So you can pick appropriate ones that, like, in other words, is all different levels. It's just the best.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yes.
And we're gonna do that someday. So
yes, let's do it.
Yeah, Matt and I keep talking about it because just as long as you're not huge altitude where you're at. I don't know if it is really high altitude where you're.
No,
it's not.
It's like Denver Steve-O could tell us, but it's like 6,700 thereabouts, I think.
Okay, so it's not too bad.
No,
we went to the Grand Canyon, and boy, we really felt it.
Yeah.
We really felt it.
Yeah, so I mean, you probably would, but if you make it a little bit of a longer trip to acclimate, and you just have to drink tons of water and all that, there's a trick to it. So
yeah. Wonderful. Well, we answered the questions. I don't know. Oh, here's a question.
Question. Colonel Brock, damn it, I'm just going to pay for my SP bracelet. Hell, I'm declared on paper. Can I customize it, Claire? We don't. Okay, awesome. You can, yes, I'm sure you can get an SP bracelet, or you can keep going on the giveaways, whatever you would like, Colonel Brock. You can customize it. We only offer it in one format. But actually, speaking of Kelly Copter, she sent me a picture the other day. She customized her SP bracelet, and I was like, that is amazing.
Really?
Yes.
What did it say? Like, how do you customize it? She just made it
like she put some kind of finish on it to make it pink that looked really good. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So among all of her many talents, she's also crafty. So there you go.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. I'm like kind of looking for a queen bee necklace,
nice.
that has a crown. There's a couple on there, that I've been looking at and stuff. But that would be fun.
Message me about that. I have an idea for you.
You do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it offline. It's all good.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So we went through the the questions as far as I can see.
Perfect.
And I
Oh,
wanted
wait.
to
Sorry, I see one more. So
go
let
ahead.
me just
Go
pop
ahead.
that up.
Yeah,
Cody Mack, love seeing you live. You both are a true inspiration to me. Stories inspired me to begin volunteering. You're
oh,
both
nice.
heroes, and we all have your back. That's amazing. Yeah,
That's wonderful.
one of my favorite quotes is "Be the good." That quote about it is the world is what you make it. The world is what you put into it, and we that's a much better approach to life than anything else I've seen.
Yeah, try to be a light in the world
Yep.
and share love.
Yes,
Most
exactly.
important thing. It's the most important thing. Everyone's going through trials and tribulations. You know, it's not easy life here.
No.
Yeah, so everyone has a journey, and it is. I just want to be a good influence on people. I want to help people and make their experience in their life better by helping in any way that I can and giving love and support. And so
And
it's
you've done that for me, and I'm so, so grateful. You
um,
are a bright light, and you've helped me in my times of need. So thank you, Amy.
of course, anytime, you know it. My door's open, my phone's open, and my computer's open for anything time you need it. And you know that it's vice versa, by the way. You're just like the most pleasant person to speak to. And we've gone through an experience that there's only a few people on this planet that really truly understand, because
Yeah.
we were there and we lived it and we endured it and we escaped it and we lived to talk about it. And so we're together for a reason. And
Yes.
I'm your support system, and I'm
Yes.
here for anything that you need, and you know that always.
Yes, and same to you. And here we have one
Yeah.
last comment before we do giveaways.
Okay.
Apostate Alex,
Hi, Apostate Alex.
a friend of mine is a jewelry maker. Amy, I'll get her to make you a queen bee necklace as my gift to you.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Are you kidding? That would be, oh my gosh, that would be so amazing. That design is pretty cool, I must say. I did it myself. And
Oh, and he just said, I ran out of characters, but Claire, I will get her to make one for you too. Wow. Apostate Alex, that's amazing. Very
that was so
cool.
fun. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
So should
Another
we?
amazing part of this entire community.
Yes, very much so. Absolutely. And don't forget to head over to Apostate Alex and subscribe and watch his second dynamic documentary format video that he did, which was excellent.
Fantastic. And then while we're saying that, let's remind people, if you are watching us right now, there's over 1,000 people.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I think
Awesome.
11,000 over.
735.
Yeah. And so all of you need to push the like button on both of our channels and to smash the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed on both of our channels. Okay. I'm a queen bee SP and she's a bloom for good.
Yes. And should we
Okay.
do
And
two
so,
last giveaways to wrap up for
okay.
today?
Okay. What do you want to give away?
I'll do merch and then you can do whatever you'd like to do. You
Okay.
want to do merch too?
I don't know how to do it.
Oh, well,
How do you do?
I'll tell you how to do it. Well,
Okay. Okay.
afterwards, it's amazingly easy. I'll tell you.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
it's even easier than anything else. So,
Okay.
so I'll go first. So if you would
Good.
like merch from the Blown for Good merch store, of which tonight there will be new added from Clara of Claire Bear
Yeah.
merch. So go
Nice.
ahead and write, ping us here, and we will do 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold on. There we go. Carly Zabetti, you win merch. Carly, if you'd please shoot me an email, claire@blownforgood.com. Just include the link from the Blown for Good merch store of the item that you would like, and I will send you a giveaway link.
Okay. And now you have to say queen bee. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because otherwise I don't know if this is all still wanting your thing.
Oh,
You're blown for good. So now say Queen Bee, and
that's a lot to
then
type though. Maybe just Amy.
you can put a bee. Put
Okay,
like
B.
the pictures of the bee or something like that. Look at
Yeah.
there. There we go. Look at
There we go.
see.
There you go. You got
Okay,
instant
good.
compliance. Excellent.
Okay. Okay, let's see. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
TIFF
Tip
45.
45. There's the queen bee.
Nice.
Yes. I saw yours and I picked you because you were very creative. Okay, so write to me and we will pick something from the merchandise store, and Claire's going to show me how to do it.
Yes. Easy peasy. Once you see how it works, Amy, you're going to be like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
good. That's good. Okay,
Awesome.
great. So does she have to send me anything, or how does that
She
work?
just has to send you an email with a link
Okay.
to the item that she wants. That's all she has to do.
Good.
No address, no size, no nothing, just the item. And then you from that create a giveaway link, and then you'll email that back, and she'll just
Okay.
click on the link and be able to select all the preferences.
Oh, how's that? Okay, awesome.
Amazing.
So it's Amy at Scobee-publishing.com.
Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, on that note, we are concluding this week's episode of All Things Scientology with your hosts, Claire Headley and Amy Scobee. It's been a real pleasure, folks. Thanks for putting up with my slow start to the show, but I made a comeback.
Okay. You made a big comeback. It was funny. It got me laughing to start the whole thing, so that was fun. And Mark got me laughing, not even being here. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
He's so funny.
Yes, he
so
is.
much. Okay, well,
Awesome.
I love you, Claire.
Love you, Amy. We'll see you all next week.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Okay, wait. Bye.